Okay. Okay, let's get started. First, is there any newcomer want to say hi? No.
I guess
Also,
me.
please add your name to the meeting notes if you're attending.
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I guess it's me. I attended this meeting for the first time this time. My name is Thomas.
Welcome.
Okay, welcome. Yeah,
Hello.
yeah. Anyone else?
Yeah, well, I guess I attended the meeting long ago, but I've been inactive, so I guess hello again.
Well, welcome back.
Okay. Yeah, welcome.
Oh, and this is an official Kubernetes project meeting, so the Kubernetes Code of Conduct applies. So be respectful.
Okay. Okay, let's get started. Okay, today is 11 June 2026. Welcome to the SIG meeting. Okay, let's go through the agenda.
Yeah.
Uh,
So the first question was, whether or not, and I put this on here, whether there's any reason we'd be changing our rough timeline of last week of June versus or first week of July for 3.7.
I believe all the feature on the no issue have already resolved. So personally, I don't see any risk.
Okay.
So probably we can stick to that date.
Okay.
Okay. They say I dropped the blog post. Right. Let me take a look. Feature key only out performance improvement.
It is very draft right now. There's an outline. We had Claude pull a bunch of material, and we'll be doing other stuff. So it's pretty far from being finished.
Okay. Unit socket. Client log level.
I just pulled all of our named features from the changelog. We probably won't be actually talking about all of them in the blog post.
Yeah, personally, I think in the release blog, we only need to highlight the important feature or major change. We don't need to list all the change. We just list all the important change and refer user to look at the change log if we want to have a complete list. For example, the client log level, probably this is a minor change, but I don't think we should highlight it in the release blog.
Okay, you want to just put a comment in there saying minor change?
Okay, sure.
Yeah, because towards the end of the blog, we'll just have a list of minor features or minor changes.
Yeah.
That'll just list them by name and link and won't describe them at all. So, yep. Yeah, and so for anything else, you can put that in there.
Don't want to.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
So probably we need to go through all the list later offline.
Yeah.
Okay. One more thing. I think we need to highlight one new change is important. Let me show you. This is important change we need to highlight in the blog. In the client SDK, previously when the user create the etcd client, if the user pass the gRPC with block option, then the creation is a blocking operation. If the server is not reachable, then creation will fail. But now the new behavior is not blocking change and is not blocking anymore. So the create etcd client is always successful. It will fail in the later request. So this is a break change. We need to highlight in the release block.
Okay, so it's both a feature. That's both a feature and a breaking change. Got it.
Yeah, good question.
Probably no, it's both. Some things are both. Some things are both.
Yeah. Probably it's behavior change. Yeah, behavior change.
Right. The new behavior is desirable, but it will mess things up for people who counted on the old behavior.
Yeah.
So and that's true for lots of things.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, probably we will go through, we will try to
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
a list of all the important change. We will discuss that offline later.
Yeah. And so, I mean, so for this, Kubernetes blog would like us to have a draft a week before we want them to publish it,
Okay,
because this will be published in the Kubernetes blog as well. So we'll have to
Okay.
figure it out. Timing.
no problem.
Okay.
Okay. So roughly the timeline is the end of this month, probably. Okay, the end of June. Okay, it's fine. The second one, Tom, who is the second one? Sorry.
That's
That's probably
Thomas.
me. Yes, that's me.
Okay.
Yeah. I just look for a quick feedback on this PR, if you have any. Whether the approach is right. I mean, some background maybe. We try to use the direct JOT token feature of etcd, which works perfectly for our use case. But anytime we change the off store, like adding user, removing user, and this kind of stuff, invalidates all tokens. And I thought I just used this very same approach as etcd is using with TLS client certificates, like ignoring the revision, and which should not be a problem, I believe, unless I miss something. When we have a verify-only JOT provider, because there is no username password authentication involved, so we rely only on external JOT token
Okay.
minting.
Okay. Seems that the production is super simple, right? It's simple change.
It's very simple change, and basically does exactly the same thing that is happening with TLS certificates.
Ref is used in if token is a verify only JWT provider. External token generation. Verify only. Okay, where is this ref defined?
The ref comes from out info from token.
Okay. Okay. The ref, the parameter is coming from the token, right? Coming from the token.
Currently, everything comes from the token claims, but
Okay.
with verify only, we want to skip that, as there is no username password validation anymore. So we don't need the off store to handle race condition or anything.
Okay. What's the difference between the ref and the revision? So the current the existing implementation return the revision. So you change return the ref. What's the
Exactly.
difference?
The ref is the current off store revision, right? So every time we change the off store, we bump this revision number. So this is a kind of a workaround to avoid race conditions when username passwords get verified in the API. And which means that every JOT token has this revision number that is bound to the current off-store revision when a token is created by etcd itself. Now this verify-only feature of the token provider, JOT token provider, skips username password authentication. So in effect, you can't even use username password. You just set the token directly in your client and
Yeah,
receive.
yeah.
And
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, and therefore setting this token, setting the revision that is currently in use of the authentication store would allow us to keep token alive even though the auth store is changing over time, right? So if we add a username or change some permissions, every time we do this, the auth store will increase the revision number and therefore invalidate all available JWT tokens that are currently in use.
Okay. So does it mean that usually the parameter, the input parameter, this one, this one is smaller than this one, right?
The ref is usually larger,
Larger.
at least equal or larger.
Okay. Okay. So anyway, I will take a look offline. So okay.
Thank you very much.
It's interesting. I will take a look offline. I have not fully followed the details, but I understand that if the user, so in etcd 3.7, we support user can pass external GWT token. The token is generated by the user themselves, not by etcd. I understand that, but I need to understand the details. But what's the difference between a different revision? So I will take a look offline.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Let me add my review. Okay, thank you. I'll take offline.
Thank
Take
you.
it back later. The next one. Sorry, which is the last one? Which is the talking about?
Yeah, that's Ian. Hey, Ian.
Hello.
Hello.
Just been really hoping to get a review on this for last month and a half.
Okay. Add an option to provide net listener instead of listener address to embed server user on customer transport. I see probably. Oh, Marek has some comments.
No,
No comments.
he has not provided any comments. I'd very much appreciate them.
I provided
give me 1 minute.
review. I provided
Okay.
review previously, but I think I can't approve it because I'm not a reviewer, like official reviewer.
Yeah, thank you for the comments. I appreciate them.
Listener. Okay. So the user can pass a listener, right? Themselves.
Yeah, that's the idea. Pre-bound listeners, that way you can pass in whatever transport you want, or pass in a pre-bound one from to aid in your life cycle management, which is especially useful in tests. In particular, I found that the tests were taking a lot longer and had a source of flakiness because if you don't do this, you have to poll waiting for the socket to be bound and listening, which just doesn't work well in tests.
Okay, so the purpose is to improve testing, right? Not for production.
Well, so for me, yes, absolutely. For me, it's for testing. That said, a number of people have asked for this feature in the past, and they were looking at it from a production perspective. There were two issues that I listed there at the bottom, and they both wanted basically this feature for production uses.
Okay, so okay, my my immediately feeling is if we just change the interface just for testing, probably is not good. So I understand the intent to make sure the test, to improve the test. I understand the intent. Probably we can looking for other alternative to improve the test instead of changing the interface. But I don't have a solution for now. Probably I'll think about it offline.
Yeah, so one of the other things that came up during the review that has happened so far is that the Kubernetes API server supports this feature
Okay.
already.
Do you have a
So,
link? Could you please
yeah,
paste a
there's a
link?
link in there.
Well,
It's not in.
this one.
No, that's not it. It's in one of the comments. I can add it to the description if that would be helpful. But if you look through the thread, there's one in there. You probably just search for API or API servers, probably find it.
Oh, sorry. Do you have a link? Do the
Yeah, there's a link in
Kubernetes?
there. If you just search, do Command F, Control F for API server, I think you'll find it.
Okay, this one.
Yeah. As I mentioned, there were 2 production use cases that came up as well that other people had run into.
This one.
Yeah, see, they support passing in a listener for the Kubernetes API
Okay.
server.
Okay, thanks. Thanks for the reference. We will take a look offline. Okay.
Yeah. So there's a couple of other issues people have reported for production use cases. The problem is that there isn't any other alternative when it comes to making testing not terrible. Is you really need to have some way of not forcing the server to bind its own listener. It's just kind of not tenable to have reliable tests. And so, I mean,
Okay. Okay.
I'd rather
Okay,
not
thanks.
have to maintain a fork of etcd, but if that's what it takes, that's what it takes.
Okay, thanks for the context. I will take a look offline. Okay.
What tests are you talking about? etcd tests, or you have a separate suite of tests?
Yeah,
Just-
so any test that includes etcd as a dependency, I included a link right there in the description to EMV test, which is a somewhat popular implementation of exactly this. So as part of the controller runtime framework, they include a fake environment that lets you bring up a Kubernetes API server attached to etcd, so you can test your code that depends on that. And this code does exactly what I was describing, where they have the etcd server bind a address, and then they poll waiting for it to become bound. And I found that system to be, that code, the EMV test, to be very unreliable as a result of this. It usually fails at that stage. So yeah, that's just an example of it. So you can go and look through EMV test to see exactly how the real world is using etcd for testing.
Okay. So the listener creating, closing, something like that are managed by external user, not by etcd itself.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now we take a look offline. Okay.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah, sure. Next one, Josh.
Yeah. Okay. Didn't think we'd get to this. The so just KubeCon North America deadlines are going to be coming up soon. We should start talking about what we'll actually want to propose for session, etc. Since I already put this in the document, I've already found out we're going to have at least 6 people at KubeCon North America. So I'm planning to submit a halftime kiosk. I don't think, and by the way, that has to go through Kubernetes now, but I'll take care of that. I don't think that we actually want to do full time because it's just a pain, and halftime we'll still get to see everybody who's at the conference. But if somebody wants to make a case for full time, then do so. But we should also think about maintainer track session, whether or not we want to do a lightning talk proposal. And if so, what the lightning talk proposal will be about. The last one we did was about the operator, but probably this one shouldn't be about the operator. Probably the maintainer track session will be almost entirely focused on 3.7. Um, the and the maintainer summit proposals just opened up. And if we're going to have a bunch of people at KubeCon North America, which it sounds like we will, whether or not we want to propose, say, a SIG meeting at the maintainer summit for KubeCon North America.
Okay.
Because I think we'll have enough people there to have a meaningful SIG meeting, collaboration, whatever.
Okay. Probably we should finalize who will go to the KubeCon North America
Yeah.
first.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, anybody at this point is going to be a little bit hypothetical, right? It's going to be, I think I'm going, not I'm sure I'm going.
Yeah.
Right.
It depends on the budget and the tickets.
Yeah. Yeah, but one of the other things we should find out from people is, right, do they need to be listed on a talk to go? Because sometimes we cycle around who it is who's actually on the maintainer track just so that people can get to go. Because they have a speaker pass, right? Because like I can go regardless of whether or not I have a speaker pass, so I'm a last choice for being on the actual talk.
Okay. So anyway, I think it's up to you to coordination the effort offline.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. So all that's coming up, and you'll see reminders on Slack and stuff about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. The one after I would highlight the recent PR, the change. Well, we are going to release etcd 3.7. So actually, we still see some complaints when users try to upgrade from 3.5 to 3.6. So we're still trying to resolve some upgrade issue about the 3.5 to 3.6. So I believe this is the main reason is in etcd 3.6 we don't support V2 custom data. If we already migrated from V2 to V3 store in 3.6. But if the V2 snapshot or the WAR file has some V2 data, then they have to clean up the V2 data before moving to 3.6. So I believe this is official guide, improved official guide, how to clean up the V2 data. Yeah, this is the hello workload. I think the PR is almost ready to review.
Okay. This is good because we've been waiting for this. Because we've known that our instructions there didn't cover a bunch of users. But we haven't known what instructions to give them. So okay.
So I believe this PR is almost ready to merge, but I need to make sure it's as simple as possible. Make sure you can understand, everybody understand the steps.
Okay. And we integrated the feature that allows people to overwrite it and say, yes, go ahead and erase my custom data.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Let me add a. Okay, add a link.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Let me,
Down there. Okay.
Yeah, please take a look.
Okay. Will do.
Okay, that's it. We still have 4 minutes. Any other topic to discuss?
Well, if we have time, I have one PR. Just a sec. What's the metrics?
Yeah, please add item in the list.
Yeah, hold on. This. So yeah, so basically this the API server has something like this. So the buckets the metric style is copied from the API server. Basically, it will be nice to record
Sorry, you
Oh.
you just mentioned this copy from the API server, right?
The metric itself, but the implementation is different.
Okay, tell me something like these metrics. API server has similar metrics, right?
Yeah.
Could you add this context in the description?
Yeah, it's in the. Yeah, I'll add it here, or I'll ask Shanli to edit. It's in the issue, corresponding
Oh.
issue.
Oh, you already already mentioned. Okay, similar to API server.
There's a link
Yeah.
even in the, if you open the issue, it should be linked somewhere. Or there below, there's a link to the issue above.
Yeah, there's no link. Oh, this one.
Right there, yeah. And right there on the description, similar to.
Okay.
If you click
Probably America can take a look at this. Can you take a look how it does this?
Yeah, we want to add more metrics, but this is like I think the most sort of straightforward.
Probably
because
that's America. Yeah, America to take a look. I believe America has more context on the metrics stuff.
I usually don't look at PR if it isn't signed DCO, because it means we cannot run tests on it because no one passed the permission, or no one confirmed that the code that they wrote is signed by them, which means we would be running code that we don't know who's the author of. So we need to sign the DCO. Like, you need to pass DCO to go to the stage of someone even running the tests or reviewing it to run the tests. And then you go to stage, we can review it enough, it's safe enough that the tests are passing, and then you need to go through, you fixed the tests, because everyone never runs all the tests locally. So I will also not look at PR that doesn't pass test, because it means it was not finished, it's just a draft, and only then you can do a proper review. Because
it makes sense. Yeah, sorry, I missed that. I'll ask Shanli to.
Okay, I just added the comment.
Yeah, thanks. All right.
Okay, we already run out of time. Thanks, everybody. See you next time. See you next meeting. Bye.